Well, hello everyone and welcome to this Flodesk workflow tutorial where we'll be guiding you on how to create email automation. Before we begin, do know that we have the link to Flodesk in the description below so you can get a head start right after this video. So in order to create an email automation using the workflow, you need to get on Flodesk, and we're here. At the top you can see some options. You want to make sure you're clicking on workflows, and already you can see some options right there. But for the sake of this tutorial, we'll be guiding you using a new workflow. We're going to click on new workflow, and in order to create an email automation, you'll need to choose what your goal is. So for example, let's imagine a scenario where a person makes a purchase on our website and would like to do a follow-up. It's a great feeling when you have your first sale and you want to have that same person come again because they enjoyed the service or the product. So here in Flodesk, they have lots of templates which you would definitely enjoy choosing from, and we'll be choosing the purchase follow-up. It's a new templates group, so we're going to click on it. And the very first one here is nice. Why do we like it? Well, let's click on the view details in order to see it. So right here, it says your body says thanks. Let's assume that you're in the wellness niche and you've just sold a product, right? So if they're using it for their body, they're gonna say your body says thanks, right? And of course, you can see the details right there and see what's new. If you have a client who has made a purchase on your website, by clicking on this button, they will get to see more products if this email is sent and they will receive it. But of course you have lots of clients and you don't want to always send your email, and that's why the automation is a great idea. So this is a template. If we go back to templates, you see some more options right here. For now, the purchase follow-up is just 3. So we're just going to go ahead and click on the first one we picked. And what you want to do before going to customize it is to see how it looks on desktop and on mobile. Now this is how it looks like on desktop, but if you click on mobile, is it responsive? Yes, it is. So this is an important step if you want to create an email automation so you don't have the small screen cutting out the words that are vital. So let's go ahead and click on customize, and right here you'll need to set your trigger. So basically a trigger is your way of telling the system if a person does this, then you'll need to send this to them. So let's click on the trigger and you can see begin this workflow when someone makes a purchase. So that's what we wanted. You can see makes purchase, abandons cart, subscribes through a form. In our case, we'll be choosing just what we have. Makes a purchase. On the store, let's choose a store. So if you have Shopify, Squarespace, Wix, ThriveScart, you'll need to choose any of these stores and click on it. So we've selected Shopify and you can see the product right here. It says any product. So we're going to leave this at any product because we want to send a follow-up or a thanks to anyone making a purchase on any product. But of course, this is up to you. Now, guess what? You can add more triggers. So if you click on the plus button right here, you can see that it's created 2 triggers. So if you click on this trigger, you could choose another option. Why is this great? Well, you're just trying to create a system through which you can have your email automated to all your clients so they can receive it either if they make a purchase or if they actually fulfill another criteria which you'll be setting. But in our case, of course, we try to keep things simple and you can have that. So we have the trigger and we have our email. Now, of course, it is important to go through the body of the text because this is a template. You'll be using it for yourself. So you want to click on it and then you're going to click on edit. We're going to click on edit right there. And you can see that you can make any changes to this email. You can double click on this. And we could decide to add some more characters, exclamations, right? So you have your body says thanks, right? So we have that. And then of course you could edit this by just clicking on everything, selecting it. If you'd like to make it bold, you can do that, and other settings right here. You could also attach an image. Now this is pretty much up to you, and you can see that Flodesk has a very nice and easy way to edit your email. Now, once you click on the See What's New button right here, you'll be interested in going to link. Now, what does this do? If anyone clicks on See What's New, you want to have a link that will lead them to your website that has the new stuff, new arrivals, right? So you want to have that email right there. And then this is something interesting I would like to also mention. while we're creating a workflow, you could also do something more. Link actions, right? You have when a subscriber clicks on this link, and you could decide to add them to a segment, remove from a segment, add to workflow, remove from workflow, or set a custom field. For example, if you'd like to add them to a segment, you'll need to choose a segment you'd like to add them to. Now, segments are like email lists. So for example, if a client makes the purchase, you want to put them in a segment that has all the clients who have actually made a purchase. You'd be using this email list to send them emails to make some more purchases in the near future, just to keep the lines alive. Of course, you can come down here and you can see the social media links. You can see Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and X. And then of course, once you come over to links, you're going to click on Manage Linked Account. So once you do that and everything looks nice, you're going to come over to Finish, click on Finish, and you now have edited your email. Now, of course, if we scroll down, you'll see the sender. You'll also see the subject line, and all of these are things that you need to input yourself. And then, of course, you can see the preview text, which is what they will see when they get into this workflow. So as we scroll down, you can see time delay. So they make a purchase, they receive this, and then you can decide to wait for 1 hour. Well, this is too fast, so let's say 3 days. Great. So after 3 days, you can have another email automation that will send them this email. 10% off your next order. Now, if you'd like to give things a better bump, you can click on it, then click on edit, and then let's say we want to make this 20%, right? Or 25. That's nice. We like discounts. So we have 20% off your next order. You're going to edit this as we showed you before. Do the same thing to the button. And of course, once they use the code, they get a 25% off their next order. That is encouraging more orders to come your way. So we're going to go to the top right. Once we're done with this, click on Finish. Did you notice? Our first email was to say thanks. And then after 3 days, our email automation continues. The second email will go offering a 20% discount off their next order. Of course, if you'd like to add more emails, this is pretty much up to you. In this template, you get to wait 2 days more and then let us know what you think. So they made the first purchase, you encourage them to make another purchase, and then after 2 days, another email automation kicks in asking for a review. And that's a good thing. And after that, subscribers will complete this workflow. So what happens after they've completed the workflow? Well, they will remain in your email list or segment for future use. So once you're done with this, you're going to click on Publish. And of course, once you click on Publish, that email workflow will be saved. And once you go back to the beginning, you have it among these options. As you can see here, Purchase Follow-up. Of course, you need to be on a valid plan in order to proceed and make this go live. But this is how you can actually use Flodesk to create an email automation under the Workflows tab. Don't forget to check out the link to Flodesk in the description below so you can get a head start enjoying Flodesk. Do let us know if this was helpful, and thanks for watching.